Then morality. Many years ago, when I was a student at the university, a friend of mine came to me with someone with him. And this person was, I think, from Sweden. And he told me that this young man, Swedish, has embraced Islam, but he does not speak good English, doesn't speak Arabic, and therefore his practicing of Islam is, lacks a lot. So he said, brother, where do I go to show him? Where do I go to show him that this is Islam? This is how Islam is practiced. Which butcher do I go and say, this is a Muslim butcher? Which grocer do I go to and say, here's a Muslim grocer, this is how a Muslim grocer should be? Which neighborhood? If we apply this to Manchester, do we take him to Wilmslow Road? This is an example of a good practicing Muslim community. Old Trafford? Well, we don't have. The Muslims are not that much better off when it comes to values, principles, and morality. Okay? And if Islam is about anything, it is about akhlaq, values, morality, principle. Today we look around us, young people have no shame. No shame. And the Prophet ﷺ says that shame and faith, al-haya wal-iman, are linked together. If one of them goes, the other follows. But the question that is important, we all of us, understand the importance of akhlaq. In fact, the Prophet ﷺ, he describes his own mission as that of bringing about good manners. إِنَّمَا بُعِدْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. I have been sent to fulfill, establish good manners. That's the purpose of akhlaq. And of course, the Prophet here is referring to the three levels of akhlaq. With other human beings, with yourself, and with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Are we fit to be the followers of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when it comes to morality, values, principles? Wallahi, every day I come across things that shame me. In the Muslim community, in our community, here in Manchester, the way some men treat their wives, the way some women treat their husbands, the way we deal with each other financially, the way some children treat their parents, and so on and so forth. Even in the streets, even when you're driving. Brothers, as I said, the world today is bankrupt when it comes to Islam. And I say that there's a tsunami coming that will sweep away all of us, and our children and our families. It's no joke. We cannot escape the influx of immorality. We can't. But it's not just about us. If we seek a role model to follow, it will be hard to find one. If we seek an example to emulate, it will be difficult to find one. So we ourselves need to become the role model. We ourselves need to become the example that we set to others around us. But most of us are a twig on the surface of a river, and wherever the current goes, it takes them with it. We do not control ourselves. We just live from day to day. The Prophet ﷺ says, "من تساوى يومات فهو مقبول." He whose 2 consecutive days are the same, he's in a loss. If today is like yesterday, and tomorrow is like today, you're in a loss. How do you change that? How do you make today better than yesterday, and tomorrow better than today? By seeking to improve yourself, to elevate yourself from where you are to a better level of morality and value. In another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ says that a believer, أن يكون شام بين الناس, a believer stands out amongst other people. How? With his beard, with his jalabiyah. How does he stand out? With his name, Muhammad, Abdullah, Umar, Ali. He stands out with his morality, with his values, with his akhlaq. And these akhlaq are not subject to, I'll treat you the same way you treat me. No. I'll treat you the way Allah wants me to treat you, regardless of how you treat me. So if you lie to me, I will not lie to you because it's haram. If you cheat me, I will not cheat you because it's haram. That's how it is. But let me tell you something. If you want a job, you desperately need a job, what will you do? Would you not try to find a job? Would you not read the classified section where employees advertise their jobs? Wouldn't you go to the job center and try to find out if there's a job that suits you? You would do that. If you are a farmer in a rural area, you've got your piece of land, you've got your work, everything is there, you don't need anything, and there's a town close by, but you never thought of going to the town. You don't need to. Why would you? You've got everything where you are. But if one day you wake up and one of your children is very sick, needs hospital, he needs to see a doctor immediately, and where is the doctor? He's not on your farm, he's in town. Then suddenly you want to go to town. How do you go to town? There is a river. Is there a bridge? Is there a boat, a ferry boat? Are there stepping stones? You will find out. Because you're concerned. You want to cross. If you want to acquire skills, because they're needed to progress in your job, you will go and educate yourself and learn and apply to colleges and universities. Why? Because you're concerned. When it comes to akhlaq, are you concerned about yourself? I'm not going to speak about akhlaq themselves. We all know them. But how do I acquire them? Well, the first thing is here. Do you want to become a better Muslim? Do you want to get closer to Allah? If you don't want, go and live your life. Continue as you are. That's all you need to do. Continue as you are. Don't concern yourself. Don't bother. if you're only concerned with and drinking water, juice, fizzy drinks, that's all you're concerned about, eating well, wearing nice clothes, having a nice car, having a nice house. A poet once said to a companion, دع الأخلاق لا ترحل لها فأنت الطاعم الكاسي. Leave high morality and values alone. Don't bother to travel to them. Don't bother to seek them. For you are well fed and well clothed. And that was considered the ultimate insult that you could give someone. An insult. To say to someone that the only thing that concerns you is eating and drinking and wearing nice clothes and having a nice materialistic life. And that's not what Muslims are about, and that's not why we are here. We are here to set an example to others. If we did that, people would queuing up to claim the Shahada. And therefore, brothers, every one of you is responsible to ask himself an important question, to look into a virtual mirror, the mirror that reflects values and morality, and see where you're lacking. Am I so? Do I need to become more generous? Am I slightly afraid? Do I need to acquire some more courage? Do I always lie? Do I need to learn how to speak the truth? Do I have no shame? Do I need to acquire more haya? And so on and so forth. So many things. And pick someone that you can deal with. Something. I will focus on this. And focus on it. Why? Because you're concerned. But if you're not concerned, you're not going to do it. If you're concerned, you're worried about yourself, you want to enter paradise, don't think that paradise is easy. ألا إن, the Prophet ﷺ says, ألا إن سلحة الله غالية. The merchandise of Allah is expensive. You need to work hard. You need to make an effort. Why do you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala placed you in dunya? So that you eat and drink and fornicate and bring children and get married, and those are taken care of, alas. They're taken care of. You are here to get to know Allah and get close to Him. That's why. That's it, nothing else. Doesn't matter whether you're rich or you're poor, whether you're educated, highly educated or not. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. It doesn't matter if you're able or disabled. It doesn't matter. With your own circumstances and with your own status, you can achieve the pleasure of Allah and enter paradise no matter what you are or who you are or where you are or when you are. You need to make that effort. You need to seek it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ. Say that if you truly love Allah, then follow me, and Allah will love you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ لِمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو اللَّهَ وَالْيَوْمَ الْآخِرَ. If you want Allah and the hereafter, then follow the example of the Prophet. And following the example of the Prophet is not to do wishful thinking. Be and it is. That's not yours. That's Allah. Yours, you have to make an effort. من كان يريد الآخرة وسعى لها سعيها. He who wants the hereafter and struggles accordingly towards achieving it. من كان يريد الدنيا. He who wants dunya عجلنا له فيها ما نشاء لمن نريد. We will hasten to him whatever we want. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, for whomever we please. You want dunya? Allah will give dunya to you according to what He wants to give. Sometimes you work very hard every day. 10 hours a day you sweat, and at the end of the day you get 30 pounds. And someone is sitting in his conditioned office, leg on leg, he picks up a phone, makes a call, and he makes millions. Dunya. But akhirah, it's not like that. Akhirah, you have to work. You have to work accordingly. وَسَعَى لَهَا سَعْيَهَا. So acquiring the akhlaq is not by and by. It is important. Therefore, brothers, let us become truly practicing Muslim, and not just by name. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم لسائر المسلمين استغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله. الحمد لله وكفى. سلام على عباده الذين اصطفى. Today, alhamdulillah, every one of us has access to so many knowledge, information, videos, lectures, talks, books, all at the tip of your fingers. Okay? Instead of spending hours watching films, haram things, okay? Find out about these things. Jum'ah is not long enough or frequent enough to give you the education and the training that you need. But mark my word, you need training. It's not just enough to know. You need training. You need to practice. You need to implement. Take it home with you. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين